Welcome back everyone to Division 2A Week 3 of Oceanink Series 11. My name is Konjan and I'm here with my co-commentator Crowboy101.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Great to see you all again.
Now we've got some good matches for you today, starting off with Rainmaker on Undertow, which I'm really looking forward to. But looking at our teams here first, we've got Monkey Barrel with Albonchap, FoolLime, Mikil, Sylvalkyrie, and veryneggy and Moth, going up against Rasbros, which is Ditto, Cat, Smart, Pepsi, and Chro.
Hold up.
Hold up.
Hold up. That's a different spelling than my name. It's would it be pronounced Chro or would it be pronounced like Chro?
That'd still be Chro, I think. A different kind of Chro.
Yeah, I believe it. I'm gonna now do some like Googling while we talk about the first game.
Yeah, I guess the difference is in spelling is just as the crow flies, wouldn't you say?
I mean, yeah, but also says that Chro is an abbreviation for Chief Human Resources Officer, so you know, who's to say?
Well,
but anyways.
Sorry, go ahead.
Anyways, game 1 Undertow. If you saw our first game, you can understand that this map is quite snowbally for attackers, and especially if you're able to get just a very powerful spook, you'll be very set for a very strong push.
Absolutely, yeah. Look, I'm really excited for this map. This has been one of my favourite maps since the beginning of Splatoon 3, like it's a great map to just start on. A lot, especially just Undertow in general. Any of the ranked matches that come out of Undertow are generally rather competitive, and to see it at the start of a set rather than the end of a set, I'm actually really excited for. I'm quite used to seeing it at the end of a set where, you know, the teams are a little bit more tired and we don't get to see them at their peak play, but to see it at the start, I'm absolutely pleased.
Yeah, absolutely. I do wonder if any of the more recent patches are going to affect anyone's weapon choice, whether you go onto the Dapples, which has that extra range now, maybe you play a hammer weapon to just really be able to consistently just throw a singular nuke at someone, or any of the other many changes that have happened this past patch.
No, absolutely. Like, as you guys were talking about in the previous stream, there's been a couple of hammer changes, and that might affect how this all goes, but you know what? I'm just eager to see what these teams bring out.
And here they come now. That is a Dread, a Sea Blast. That's an Octobrush. That is a V-Heavy and a Wiper. It's cooler versus cooler less.
Very exciting stuff. Now, I don't know much about these teams. I want to hear your opinions on how you think these teams are going to go.
Honestly, I also don't know too much about these teams. I do know a few of these people. I know Albonchap is a very well-versed mid-backline player. You do see the weapon to go down pretty early there. Cobrush has actually been able to find one, which is pretty good. The cooler was out at the time. Blast is going to find one. He's going to go for that nice direct to camp that jump.
Amazing. Now,
that's the heavy, actually.
Yeah, a bit of aggression coming out of that blaster in response to that aggression out of the Octobrush, and it seemed to work in Monkey Barrel's favour there.
Indeed, they're able to take first check. Dread and the Octobrush are both taking out here, so it is a 3v3. Flash is going to help pop with that RM shield. Banera, here comes the hammer. Flank will find one, not a second. Great flank by Ditto there as the sword goes down as well. They're going to have to start backing up now, right into the O-Brush. No, barely able to not find that bit there. That heavy edit is so weak.
Yeah, the Octobrush really taking use of those flanks and angles just to try and get some pressure onto Monkey Barrel here, but Monkey Barrel really hasn't been letting it affect them. They've been playing really well against their team. A lot of ebb and flow against Rasbros here, just to make sure that they don't lose too many people.
Yeah, that's pretty much what you want to do while you have a lead. Just put as many people up as you can. Just build special, keep them away. 3-2 now on the side of Monkey Barrel. The slider isn't going to go find anyone and did fall on the wrong side of mid here. As they do go 2 down. Cooler now comes up. Here comes the Zip Caster as well. He comes flying over from that O-brush through the wall. Oh, not able to find the heavy edit as they get a safe jump out as well.
The sword with the hammer just standing there on the sideline, waiting to get a good opportunity to go forward. Looks like they've abandoned that midsection, although a few lucky tricks out from their team has allowed them to just reverse back around and get a little bit of pressure on there.
Oh, hammer! Oh, hammer! Lovely hammer throw there, is able to find one that Zuko was able to stop the heavy edit in its tracks as well. Lovely direct onto the Zipcaster, by the way, to stop that in its tracks. Now we're at 60-61, and we've got a good push going here at the choke.
Yeah, absolutely. Rasbros taking the opportunity to get it back, but just like Monkey Barrel have not found the opportunity to push the Rainmaker any further, and Monkey Barrel using this opportunity to just clean up their base a little bit and make sure that they push back. We'll see if they're going to take the opportunity to reset, although it looks like they're just going to run it.
Yeah, it seems like Rasbros there did pick up the Rainmaker twice and was stopped both times at 60 here, so they weren't able to get any points on the board. RM does go down into mid. Here comes Salida. Not going to find anyone there able to drop off in time. And did they just die to the RM shield? Nope, just the shot.
No, just the spider shot. Saw a few bombs come up there. Ooh! Thank you, Autospec, for that really good view onto the zip there.
Yeah, absolutely, and now they're able to secure mid and make sure that edit stays on the right-hand side. Lovely fight there by the shot as they get a very, very crucial pick, which means they're not going to have Cooler for a while now. Here come Rasbros. They're going to be able to get past 60. They do. They get all the way down to 44. Blaster is very weak here. He's going to go down to the Ultra Stem that got thrown over there. Coming down to 25 now and still going.
I think they're going to get it. Not quite. Not quite. Amazing play from Snowy there, taking out the Rainmaker right at the basket. But it doesn't look like Rasbros has lost their ground. Finally taken out with a 4-man wipeout right at the end there, but amazingly got it down to 1. It looks like Rasbros might just have this. It's going to need to be a knockout for Monkey Barrel to get the win here.
I think Monkey Barrel are going to have to do this in 2 pushes just because they've had to pick up the Rainmaker so early. Because they don't have that much time left on the clock. There's only 34 seconds left and the RM does have about 40 seconds, which means you've got 10 seconds in overtime if you want that RM to go all the way. But here comes the RM now. The path is clear, but Respawn is just going to be able to pick those up in time. Just going to get a nice hit. Here comes the O-Burst now to cause some chaos into the back line. Pop does go in favor of Rasbros, and they're going to be able to roll back and just head over on left, and now they're going to be able to stall out the RM for the remaining amount of time.
Yeah, amazing play from Rasbros there. It was unlucky that Monkey Barrel wasn't able to get it back, although he's still got a few seconds on the clock. That'll go into overtime.
Overtime is enabled. Here we go, full 60 seconds of overtime here. Here comes the O-Brush to try and find the RM. Lovely play here by the Heavy Editor to protect the RM from going down here. About 50 seconds left now. They have to go all the way to knockout, and they need to get some crucial picks. That's the Heavy. That's definitely one of them. It looks like they want to go through that left side push now. Hammer's going to be able to find the head it. And nobody to protect the RM. The Hammer is going to very cleanly pick that one up.
What a shame there. Both teams were going really, really well. Both getting it almost to that final checkpoint. And yet Rasbros was the only one that was able to pull it down to 1 and get that win. Amazing play by both teams there. And I'm excited to see our future matches if this is how the first match has gone.
Such a great back and forth game here. These teams are clearly very well versed with each other and their playstyles, and they know what each other wants to do. We are going to be in for a very, very close set. But in the meantime, let's have a look at our counterpicks and see what they want to do. Going into here, what are our counterpicks for the set?
So we've actually got a few here, and I'll just start off on the match that has already been picked here. Clamblix on Scorch, which is what has been picked by Monkey Barrel. So let me just set that one up. So moving straight on to that one, but what other maps did you want to see in this one here?
Well, going over the options here, we've got zones on Museum and Flounder Heights, TC on Barnacle and Dime and Inkblot, RM on Crableg and Humpback, and then Clams on Scorch and Museum once again. RM on Crableg is definitely one of the options that is a bit more rarely seen and is definitely a more niche map, but it is still a great map to be able to play some some Rainmaker on. But we're going to ignore that really quick. We are going to jump into Scorch Gorge Clams, actually, as the counter.
Absolutely. Now, I'm curious to see where this goes. Scorch Gorge Clamblitz, obviously a very contentious map. I'm curious to see how both of these played, and to see that Monkey Barrel has picked this one straight out of the gate. They must have a plan. Now, just, based on their aggression in the previous match, you know what? Maybe we'll see something come out of that. But we were, of course, seeing Rasbros with a really great defense here as well. So whether or not Monkey Barrel will be able to pull this through it remains to be seen.
Yeah, these were both very close matches. It did seem like Rasbros, they were just able to have that one breakaway that was able to get just a little bit further away. And I think Clams is definitely a lot of that same mode. You definitely want to be able to make those breakaway pushes, and you definitely want to be able to score while you can. And I think that Rasbros are currently capitalized on that a bit more. But we are going to see what they want to do here as we do head into game 2. Monkey Barrel, that is a decab and a zap as well. And that is the same comp coming out from Rasbros.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, see, the amazing plays, the aggression and the flanks coming out of both the brush and the sword, I think this could work out well for Rasbros. But the decab here might be a good counter pick against both of those weapons. So I'm very curious to see what these teams can bring to the table. A very early suction bomb kill on the brush. Very amazing work there by the Zap.
Was the shot goes down into mid as well, so 2 people are on respawn, 1 person is down now. Monkey Barrel are going to be able to slowly build up the clams to create the football. There we go. Heavy does have their breaker at the ready. The O-Brush goes down pretty early, however. No specials have been used on the side of Monkey Barrel yet. Full wipe, actually!
Amazing work. I'm not sure exactly who that was because we were watching the ball there, but very clean and great entry there by Monkey Barrel. It looks like they may have that plan that we were talking about. Brush getting absolutely bullied here, going down yet again. I don't think they've had more than 5 seconds up after a respawn. But it doesn't look like Monkey Barrel's got the strength to get a few more in.
Yeah, no, all the spawns off of respawn were able to fully shut them out now, but they still have kept mid control, which is good. It is going to make it harder for Rasbros to slowly trudge their way back in. But all of Rasbros have their specials ready. Hammer, Stamp, Zip, and Breaker are all ready to go. Gonna lose the Zip, however, as the Overrush goes down pretty early. Breaker into mid to try and get some location. Shot goes down as well. There goes the Wiper. It's pretty much just the Heavy up at the moment versus the decab. As we can see, everybody slowly swarming to their position.
They still do have quite a bit of map control. Let's see if they can just clean out that mid and try and get Monkey Barrel back a little bit. But it looks like they've got the aggression here. Throwing it straight in, and they've got a bunch of clams too. I think that's free. GG Smart looks like they've popped down, or perhaps they're just hiding behind the barrel there. They may have the opportunity to push back, but... Ooh, the decab getting a pick right in base. They're 2 down on Monkey Barrel. That might be the pushback that Rasbros need.
Yeah, the Heavy there was able to do a lot of work just to be able to flush out those last remaining strategies, trying to score some points right at the end here. Now that Rasbros have a lot of mid control, they need to do something with it. They really need this Overrush to really pop off with this Zip here and find 1, hopefully 2, to just try to be able to secure a lead here. Red goes down to the Zuka, which is huge. That means that all their range is pretty much gone except for the decab. Zap goes down as well. They've got no cooler for a bit. Shot goes down extremely early. Here comes that Zip we were talking about. Gonna zip right into spawn and try and find someone off a spawn. Doesn't able to find anybody. Here comes the decab into the Heavy. Zap's gonna be able to help fight as well. Blaster goes down very early. Rush goes down as well, presumably to the decab. Oh, they had a clear path, but the decab was able to slide just in time to stop them from pushing.
cheek protect there from the decal, but they do go down. It looks like the wiper on Ditto has been doing quite a bit of work in the enemy base, but it just doesn't seem like Rasbros is able to capitalize on it.
Not quite yet. C-Block is going to be able to bubble up safely just to ensure a bit of stalling happens. Decap and the wiper both trade out, so it's a really slight advantage to Monkey Barrel here as they're slowly coming, but now they're 2 down. Commentator's first strikes once again. Dre goes down as well. It is essentially just the blaster up now for defense. They go down as well. Shot's going to be able to get the ball in. Obrush is not going to be able to find anyone as they zip back with their zip caster. And I think it's just going to be the ball in. I don't think they're going to be able to find anybody anywhere else to get in here as we see 2 go down.
That might be it for Monkey Barrel, sorry, Rasbros there, but getting points on the board is better than none at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And now they've got a cooler race go as well. Monkey Barrel do seem to be looking like they want to knock this out. They do not want to go into any overtime and start anything. Suction's going to find a lovely pick onto the D-pad. They're right back because of that cooler. There goes the zap as well. They're right back as well. Wiper's going to be on that full 5-second respawn. All of Monkey Barrel once again have their sessions up. There are 2 bubbles in mid.
I guess Rasbros didn't want to burst Monkey Barrel's bubble there, but let's see if they can push it back and get some more points on the board.
It does look like Monkey Barrel are pretty content now holding mid now that it is a 2v2. Zap is the one holding the ball, so they're able to get their cooler just a little bit faster. There we go, cooler's up for the respawn. Now everyone's got cooler, they're going to just wait for that ball to despawn. They do still have the pity claim if they need to make something happen, which they've only got 15 seconds now. Wiper and Decap once again are both down. Blaster is down now as well. Pity's picked up with about 8 seconds left in the overtime. Overrush goes down extremely early, and that ball is way too far back to be able to score, and that's going to be a point to Monkey Barrel.
Monkey Barrel indeed. There we are. Amazing plays by both teams there, but it just looks like the map control coming out of Monkey Barrel was just too powerful. Getting that really early push set the stage for them to win, and they just, you know, they just cruised along with a lot of map control and just kept Rasbros away from their basket, and it worked out for them. That's exactly what we wanted to see out of a Clem Blitz match, and it was great to see.
That is pretty much all that you want to do there. So now, we're back over on Rasbros, who now have the counter pick. Remember that Clam's Scorch is not an option this time, so they've got 7 maps to choose from. Where do you think they're going to go?
We did see some really strong play out of Rasbros on Rainmaker, so I'm curious to see whether they will go for that again. I think they'll be hesitant to go for Tower simply because Monkey Barrel has had some really strong blaster play, and it would be very reckless of them to go into a map mode that is so heavily focused on blaster play, like that so heavily promotes it. So I'm thinking we're either going to see another Rainmaker match, or we're going to see something out of zone. So I'm leaning probably towards Humpback Rainmaker here.
Yeah, I think if Rasbros do want to do something here, I do think you're correct in saying that you want to step away from blaster-centric modes like Tower, but you also want to stay away from maps like those as well. I think what they might try and do, they might go Zone Museum here, and they might just say, look, the blaster's just going to sit on our left the entire time. As long as we can deal with them, we'll be absolutely fine. I think they're going to be pretty fine with that, especially if they're just the blaster is just confined to the left side of the map and they're just going to be doing nothing at all.
Yeah, I'm curious as to whether any of the teams are going to pick that that second zones map there, just because it's a map that's so difficult to play for a lot of these teams as well, just based on their maps. If they're using a decal all the time, or they're using a blaster, or some of those shorter range weapons, but seeing that both teams have a heavy or a long range like shooter, I'm not sure whether they'll go for it, but I don't think either of the teams necessarily have any strengths on that map. So I suppose suppose we'll just have to wait and see on whether they'll pick Flounder Heights or not.
Yeah, Flounder is a very, very polarizing map. It can really show if you prefer long range or shorter range weapons and how well you do fare on that. The counter pick is in. We're going to be heading off to Crableg Capital for a little bit of Rainmaker.
Absolutely. So it was one of the Rainmaker maps, just as I thought, but it was not the one that I thought they'd pick. And a bit of a contentious map here. I don't know a lot of people that are really huge fans of Crableg Capital Rainmaker, just because of the distance between the first and second checkpoints, and just some of those really weird flanky spots that you see on this map. So I'm curious to know why Rasbros have chosen this map, but I suppose we'll head on in soon and see exactly what they're thinking.
Yeah, Crableg is definitely, as you said before, one of those maps where the checkpoints are just so spaced out. There's a quick breakaway checkpoint on the left side, which is generally only used to make sure that first check is gone, and just to make sure you can get that quick breakaway to then rotate to the main push, which typically happens on the right side, which is a very, very slow push along rates. And it's typically something that favors charger weapons and just weapons that can easily mow you down like Hydras. But none of the teams seem to be playing weapons like that today, so it does seem like it is a bit of a laissez-faire. I don't think that's how you meant to use that word.
Yeah, not quite, but I think you're on the right track. Laissez-faire, it's free-spirited, right? Laissez-faire.
The policy of leaving things to take their own course. Yeah, that's definitely not
free will. Well, I mean, in this case, perhaps it is. If they're not going to choose one of those weapons, then maybe, yes, laissez-faire is exactly what we want to see.
Potentially, maybe, yes.
Yeah. Now we are just waiting on weapon picks now. There was a sub there on the side of Monkey Barrel. I wasn't paying enough attention to see who. But I think it's Pet. I'm not sure the name of all the players here, but one of the players has been subbed in, and we're just waiting on weapons now, but we'll get straight into this match.
As we do, here we go. Game 3 of Crableg Capital. It's 1 apiece. Actually, by the looks of that name badge, we might see a charger come out here. Yeah, that is a fire fin with the decav and a sea blast. Short heavy, pretty much the same comp coming out from Rasbros there as well.
Yeah, exactly the same comp on Rasbros, and simply just the swap between the regular blaster and the sea blaster, and swapping in a charger here instead of the
They had, no, they didn't have a dread last game. I think they had, no, they did have a dread last game. It was a dread, and it was previously a heavy edit before that.
Yes.
But here we see that charger already putting in work, and able to get a nice snipe, and there goes Albonchap. Eventually going to get that quick breakaway push.
There we go. A little bit of flotsing there from Albonchap, but eventually got it. That's just an easy start to the teams here now.
See, his shot is trying to line up their Zuka, trying to make sure they can get as much value as possible. Here they come, going to be able to find around the corner. Zuka is not going to be able to find anyone. He's going to get a bit of chip on some people though. They're going to go in now. Oh, lovely trade by the Firefin there, oh, the ZF. But it is still a lovely trade in close range chords. And now it is just the heavy up for Rasbros.
Monkey Barrel putting in a lot of work today. It looks like Rasbros going with the same combo over and over. It might not be working in their favor here.
Yeah, they might need to make some adjustments into next game. Heavy is going to be able to find a lovely pick on the RM there. Here comes the Sea Blast. He's going to be able to find the Wiper, and he's also going to find the Heavy as well.
Ooh,
finds the Overrush as well. Finds another as well. They're on a quad. Potentially 5, not in time. Knockout. Game done.
Monkey Barrel taking another match against Rasbros. 2-1 on Monkey Barrel's side now. Amazing work there from Monkey Barrel. They really knew what they were aiming for there.
Yes, absolutely. An absolutely great show there. And here's the thing, that was Rasbros' map pick. So now Rasbros are going to have to pick again. And now hopefully they're going to And now they've seen how well that Monkey Barrel can play on maps they pick, it's got to set some nerves in for them.
Absolutely. Now, after that play, and especially seeing... Oh, never mind. I was going to ask you what map we're going to see, but we've already got it here already. We are going into TC Inkblot.
Oh.
Very exciting. TC Inkblot up next.
TC Inkblot is a very interesting pick out here. You're really enabling the blaster to do... What the hell is... Oh, that's just a freight train.
Oh, love to hear it. That's the one that goes past Crableg Capital, I'm sure. You just caught it late.
So it's like 5 minutes late.
Yeah,
That's typical for mountain trains, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways, Inkblot is definitely an interesting pick. You're definitely enabling the blaster here, especially since Inkblot is already such a blaster favored map. But what I think Rasbros are trying to do here is they are trying to get the blaster to go onto the vanilla kit just to be able to make sure that they have one less offensive special to use, so hopefully they're able to push back in easier.
Definitely. Although, on that, I'm a blaster main myself, and on a map like Inkblot, I think, especially with a team that's playing like Monkey Barrel is, I would probably prefer to have that splashdown special. It is very versatile on Inkblot here, and you do have a lot of defensive weapons already on the side of Monkey Barrel. So I would tend to go towards that more aggressive splashdown special, I think.
Yeah, I think the correct play is to stay on Custom Blaster, but I think what Monkey Barrel want to do is to try and encourage a vanilla blaster here instead of the custom. So hopefully that way they are able to stay out, but let's see if that gambit works out or not. Other good weapons here, Charger typically works quite well here, or Heavy Edit also works quite well here. A lot of your longer range backline defensive options work quite well, especially because Plat can be pretty hard to get up to.
Yep. Now, I just want to confirm we do have a sub again, swapping out that Charger for the previous player, Lime, who was playing the Heavy Edit and the Dreadnought, Dreadringer. So perhaps we will see them coming back with something like a Dreadringer again. That would be a weapon that I would play here on Inkblot Art Academy. So perhaps we'll be seeing that come back. Although the double Drinkies might be a good play for Monkey Barrel here, and they might be able to, push that tower with a little bit of cover.
Yeah, I mean, definitely if you want to go double cooler here, it does give you just a meat advantage. You're just going to be able to throw so many more bodies at tower and at the opponents as well, if you are willing to play like that. But we are going to quickly head into game 4 here. Let's see what the teams want. That is an L3D.
That is a very interesting pick. An L3D. What is it on the L3D here as well?
I believe it has
Hammer?
burst and hammer. Oh.
I think this is what they're going to go with there.
Yeah, I think this weapon has slowly been shifting up in the meta, especially with the hammer burst, and I think L3 also got a buff in the most recent patch, but it doesn't matter when there's a blaster prowling around. Mikil's already found 2 here and is distracting the heavy to make sure that their team can take tower effectively and be able to clear through that first check.
Absolutely, and we do see the custom blaster here, so they are running the splashdown on tower. It looks like they've either gone for full aggression or they've just trust so heavily in their heavy. And it seems to be working. 2 down still on the side of Rasbros. They just have not been able to find their feet here.
Yeah, Splashdown does go down, but they will trade out with the Wiper, and that means that Cooler is going to come back, which means Blast is back as well. Heavy goes down to a lovely burst from the L3 here. They were stuck in the corner. Hammer's going to come out. Here comes another Splashdown as well. Already down to 3-2. Stopped at 2 with the Zipcaster.
And that's
Decap's going to
Snow's
get on, and that's it.
Monkey Barrel taking another match, 3-0. 3-1, sorry. Rasbros still on the back feet.
It's a little bit unfortunate here for Rasbros. We've gone RN, we've gone zones, we've gone tower. Oh, we have not gone zones, sorry, we've gone clan, sorry. So now the only option here really is zones if you want to go for a mode that you haven't lost yet.
Absolutely. And look, I'm a bit hesitant to say that Rasbros is going to choose Smite Zones here because, especially in the last couple of matches, we've just seen some really good defensive play coming out of Monkey Barrel. A lot of ink going out, a lot of pressure on Rasbros, pushing them back and getting them away from that area. Now, you did mention before that Rasbros might have an easier time on Museum, and perhaps that's their play here. They get some of their good flanks from that first match in, try and get some flanks on Monkey Barrel and just split them apart, and maybe they'll be able to break up that really good defense that we're seeing from Monkey Barrel here. What are your thoughts?
Yeah.
What do you think we're going to see?
I'm going to stay by my pick of Museum Zones. However, I think that Rasbros need a comp change right now. You won the first game, congratulations. However, you've now lost 3 straight. Changing the map modes is always going to be happening, but I don't think there's really any combinations left that leave you at an advantage with this current comp. And I really think that you need to have a comp change here in order to be able to create some change.
Yeah, look, I somewhat agree. Looking at all the maps that are left, aside from Tower on Barnacle and Dime, the comp that they've been running so far, I don't think is the best pick for them. But, you know, we'll see what we see, and maybe they can bring it back with a somewhat counter sweep. But look, this is match point for Monkey Barrel. If they pick wrong, or Monkey Barrel just knows what they're doing on the map that they pick, it might be a bit rough for Rasbros here.
Yeah, indeed. We'd also like to remind everybody that if you see something cool happen tonight, or in any future Oceanink matches, be sure to clip it so we can feature it later, and so you can have the memory for a lifetime.
Absolutely. Now, we do the Tide every week, as I'm sure that some of you have watched so far. Those clips could go straight into the Tide, so if there's something that you see in these matches, or you know, something you see in the community around the world that you just want to share, just make sure to present them to our team. I believe there is a channel that everybody can access. And if you find clips like that, just let us know, and maybe it'll be featured in the Tide.
Awesome. Now we are still waiting on the counter pick here. It seems like they are taking a bit more time to decide what they do want to do here. What if they were going to go for a comp change? What do you think would be their change? What would you want to see out of Rasbros here to try and take back some points?
Look, watching their team as it's been playing, it looks like they're just getting out revived by Monkey Barrel. So I think the first thing that I would sort of look at is swapping out that heavy for a heavy edit, just to get that cooler in there as well. Otherwise, I think the only other options that they might have is trying to counteract the inking potential that Monkey Barrel has shown here, and going for a more ink heavy comp. In which case they might swap out some of their more offensive weapons for something that inks better, like swapping out that wiper for a decav or something like that, or God forbid a spider shot for a sploosh or something like that that focuses on getting more ink on the ground, you know?
Yeah. However, the next counter pick is in, and it seems like I was correct. We are going off to Museum Zones.
There we go. Museum Zones all keyed up for us here. I think this is the pick that we probably both agreed on here. I was saying that we might see some Rainmaker on Humpback, but Museum just seems like the pick here. I'm hopeful that Rasbros is going to change up their comp a bit and focus more on the ink potential of this, but perhaps we'll see that wiper pop off, get in the back line, and just spawn camp Monkey Barrel a little bit here.
Yeah, it is a bit harder to do it on Museum Zones. However, there is no easy flank option. The only way to get onto the opponent's plat is through the spinner in the middle, as the block is only there on clams and the ramp is and the ramp into plat on the left side of your plat is only there in Rainmaker and in Tower as well.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little bit harder to try and find a way into plat. The typical way you want to do it is to try and get a few picks in mid first and then start storming plat. Just be able to overwhelm them with pure numbers. However, by the way that Rasbros have been playing it, they might want to take a different approach here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I suppose we'll see soon enough. Our teams are almost ready to go, and yeah, I'm just wondering how Rasbros is gonna play around this. Yeah.
Indeed, they do have a lot of questions here that still need answers. Match is ready to go. We are going to head into Game 5 here. Match point for Monkey Barrel. Let us see what they can do with their backs to the walls. Staying on that L3, lovely. No changes here on the side of Rasbros, however. They're gonna have to pull something here, as we already see there are three flanks total. Well, 3 flanks becomes 2 flanks, as that Obrush is going to quickly have to jump out here in order to find someone. Other flanker goes down, however, which is very good for Rasbros in the early game.
Yeah, look, this might be a good thing for Rasbros here, but they are still running the Sea Blaster on the side of Monkey Barrel. That might put a dent in their painting ability a little bit here. So we'll see if that is sort of in Rasbros' favour.
And we'll get quite a few down here, but the zone has been left unpainted and unguarded. It is just the Wiper here that needs to get 10 against 3 other weapons that are shooting at the zone, as the other team members are coming back from respawn and have already dropped down onto that right-hand side. 2 down on right here. Splashdown's gonna find one, Blast is gonna find the next, and the decap is not gonna be able to find the 4th here. Not a full wipeout just yet, but the heavy is still up on plat, ready to go. Here comes the hammer, not able to find anybody this time.
Yeah, a bit of commentator's curse there, I'm afraid. I was talking down that blaster a little bit. They managed to get 2 kills on this splashdown there.
Oh, here we go. Oh, lovely Zuka here. Shot's gonna have to fight the decab now. They got a bit of help from Heavy. There they go down. That's exactly what Rasbros need to do now. They have zone now. They need to start locking out here. She's gonna be able to force them away. Obrush is not gonna be able to find the pick on the blaster there. That is very huge for Monkey Barrel here. Again, they're gonna be able to swarm in. Flashman coming out just to survive. There's already 2 on top of Spinner. Shot goes down to the blaster. Wiper goes down to the decab. And once again, Rasbros are 2 down.
A lot of aggression coming out of that blast there. Really putting some work onto that brush. Ooh.
Yeah, and
Caught on the zip a little bit there.
Yeah, not able to zip away in time here. Is once again just a heavy up, and no more heavy. Lovely jumping direct there by this custom blaster. Being able to continue that lockout even further now that there's only 25 ticks left on the zone.
Mikil putting in work today.
Oh no, jumping direct. 10 ticks left now. This has to be Rasbros' moment. Cool goes out for Monkey Barrel. Zuka's going to go down early. Zone has been neutralized by the hammer. Mikil gets another pick. Decap and Obrush trade out. The L3 was able to jump in time. It's going to be a full wipeout by the hands of Mikil's blaster. And that is going to be game, set, and match to Monkey Barrel.
Well played by Monkey Barrel there, especially on that last push. It looked like Rasbros almost had it, just based on the amount of specials that they were pumping out into Monkey Barrel there. But just a really good defense coming out of Monkey Barrel, just kept it to him.
Yeah, they were able to evade all the specials. There was a breaker, a hammer, and a Zuka all at one point from Emery, and they were able to survive all of that and complete a nice 4-1 victory tonight.
Yeah, wonderful play from both teams. I won't discount either of them. They both played extremely well. They were close matches. It just seemed that Monkey Barrel had that map control here that we sort of need here, and they managed to pull it through. All of these were counter picks on the side of Rasbros, aside from that clan blitz on Scorch Gorge. So it looks like Monkey Barrel really came in with a plan here.
Yeah, it seems like their planning really paid off. They were able to pretty much fully lock out the entire match and were not able to let Rasbros in at any point during that game.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, it looks like this is our last match for the week to be streamed, but we will have a few more for you later in the week. So if you guys want to come around for another one, we will have some more matches for you. Now, I believe you've got a match to get to as well, Crableg. Is there any...
I definitely do. Yo, go check out my stream. I'll be streaming my match.
No, absolutely. If you're going to be streaming it, everybody should go check out Crowboy's stream. Support the community, just get some eyes on it, and we'll be able to see some more. But yeah, absolutely.
I should booting up the game and start warming up.
But yeah, look, going about it, all of these Div 2 teams playing really well. It's great to see. Now, I believe it was mentioned that both of these teams were vying for top spot. These were both equal second, and this match was the clincher to just see which team would be on top. And it looks like Monkey Barrel's our kings in Div 2A. So well done to Monkey Barrel here. It looks like they've taken top spot. And I'm excited to see some more matches come out of these guys going into the future. Both teams played extremely well.
Yes, indeed. Hopefully these teams can continue developing and growing. But that is going to be it for this evening from Oceanink at least. Thank you to everyone that was been on comp today, as well as Konjan and someone earlier who were both commentating and streaming both matches as they simultaneously, which is an amazing feat. Thank you all so much for doing that. It is incredible what you do.
No, it's not a problem. It's an expectation here, but look, I'm very glad to be on the mic again. It's been a while, and it was great to come with you too, Crowboy. And I'm excited to do some more in the future. But until next time, we will catch you again soon for more streamed matches. Just check out our server. I believe some of them are pinged out as well, just to let people know that these things are happening. And as well, check out our weekly Tide show where we announce the standings and upcoming matches for you guys to check out. And again, if you have any clips from this match or any other, please submit them to our team in the Oceanink competitive server, and we'll slot them into the Tide as we can and get some more content for you guys.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Show those, submit those clips so they're able to be used and be shown off to the world. Thank you all for watching, guys. We will see you all next time.
See you later. Bye.